talk about success and what it means to different people on the internet. Today I have our first guest, actually, Morgan Yates.
Woo! Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on.
Of course.
So in today's episode, especially with you, I wanted to talk about mental block and how you get past that to be successful. But I want to start with, what does success mean to you? Like, what does it look like? How do you kind of measure your success?
Ooh. I think to me, and with being on social media, I feel like success used to be like hitting certain numbers with like views or subscribers or things like that, but that's forever changing. So I feel like to me right now, or just in general, success is just being
when
able
did that stop? Like, when did you
What?
stop looking at the numbers as much and start like measuring it different?
I feel like when I realized, or when my income became more consistent, or like I felt more
steady.
secure in like this being my job and like not feeling like it was going away overnight, I feel like then the numbers just started to matter less, I guess, because I just felt more secure in it. I didn't sweat it as much. So now I feel like success is just as long as I'm like happy and whatever I'm wanting to do at the moment, that, yeah.
So it's happiness.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
So it
If I'm
started out as numbers until you felt more confident that it's not going to disappear, and then you decided to measure it based on like how happy you are.
Yeah. And just how much I'm like enjoying what I'm doing and like changing things based off of that, I guess.
What do you do to like make sure that you're happy in your job? Because like a lot of people get burnt out, and we're going to be talking about mental block when you get stuck. So how do you keep that happiness, or like what is it?
I think it's trying to come up with new things, which like sometimes is hard. Like we were talking about this earlier, it's hard to like feel inspired all the time, and like so I feel like sometimes it might even be just like having the flexibility to like focus less on like work things that maybe I feel burnt out on, and like instead put, I don't know, I think it's like work-life balance and just making sure that I'm happy across the board.
So that's something that we've talked about a lot, was that you do have like a lot of friends, and balancing it does seem to be difficult sometimes for you, right?
I don't think I have as many friends as you think I have.
You are always busy. You
I
have
feel like
plans.
we have the same friends.
You literally just told me you had plans on a party that I'm going to be having. And that's like a
That's
month. That's
travel.
over a month away.
It's a travel plan.
See, you always have plans.
It's
So
a-
how do you
it's
balance
travel.
it?
How do I balance?
How do you balance travel, hang out with people? How do you balance all that?
I feel like I have my like work tasks that I know like have to get done, and as long as those get done, then I can do whatever.
You can start focusing on hanging out.
Yeah, I feel like I do that first. If my like work stuff for the week or for the day or whatever, I feel like I'm good at time management and like blocking out like what I need to get done on certain days and whatever.
So
and
do you
I don't
think-
make it like too like high reaching. Like I make sure it's realistic, because I know realistically what I get done in a day. And like at a certain time I get tired and like work's just not gonna happen anymore. So I feel like as long as I get my certain things for that day, then I can hang out and do whatever.
Do you think time management is like one of the keys to your success? Because that seems like,
Yeah.
is it?
I think so.
What are the points? Like, what are your top like 3 things that keep you going in success, like successful?
I think being strategic with knowing the times in the day that I'm the most productive and like more likely to get more stuff done. So like for me, in the mornings is like my time to really get a bunch of like my work things for the day. I feel like I always put in the morning through the afternoon, and then things that are maybe like a little bit more flexible or just would like be nice to also get done that day, I put like later in the day.
And you just moved, so you said that that's actually going to have to change because you don't have light in the morning, so you're not going to be able to film.
Well, oh yeah, that is an interesting thing. Everywhere I've lived in LA for the past like 4 years, I've had like morning light, like natural light. I do YouTube, and I don't even own like professional lighting, which I feel like isn't a normal thing, but I've always just relied on like the natural light because we're in LA and it's sunny. But now, I'm facing like the opposite side of where I've always lived, and so now it's like things are better later in the day, so that's gonna be interesting to adjust to. Like,
are you
filming later in the
comfortable
day.
with like changes like that, or are you kind of like have a routine and stick to it?
I'm a routine gal, but I feel like I haven't had like just with the summer and like traveling a lot and then like packing to move, I feel like I'm really not in a routine right now. So I feel like I haven't been the most productive lately. So definitely need to create a new one and get back into I don't know, just being more productive. I feel like I actually have not felt the most productive lately, but
that reminds me of something though too, because your channel used to mostly be surrounded by like travel, and that obviously had to change through quarantine. So I'm kind of wondering like how comfortable you are with like these big changes, like because you had to figure out how you're gonna
well, it wasn't like mostly about travel. I'd kind of gotten more and more into travel over the years. So I've been doing YouTube actually for almost 11 years now. So it started like back in high school, just like embarrassing videos like shot on my webcam thing.
I feel like everyone's first videos are horrible.
Like makeup tutorials I was not qualified to post and have ceased doing so. But yeah, it was just like a little hobby back then. Then I went into college and I was posting here and there, but yeah, that was like college videos. And then when I like moved to LA and like started coming out here, I was doing just like showing more of like the influencer world in LA, which now like everyone has seen and like doesn't really care anymore. But like at the time I was kind of like posting more of like my LA life. And then when I ended up moving out here, I did like a big like moving decorating series. And then I got more into travel and started posting a lot of like travel content and build out these travel partnerships and things like that. So I think the nice thing about like growing up on the internet in a way, and like of course things have grown a lot over time, but like having those people who have been invested in like whatever it is I'm doing over time, it's like made it easy to evolve based on just like my life and whatever's going on at the moment. So yeah, I don't know, even without like travel, I just like switched it to just whatever the at-home stuff I was doing. And like I actually like I recreated like fake international travel destinations at home. I loved that. And now like I'm moving again and people like love the moving content, so I feel like I'm really lucky that I didn't like dig myself too far into a niche that like nothing else will perform well. Like I do kind of have a little bit of flexibility, so yeah.
So you kind of built an audience that's like just wants to see what you're up to. It doesn't matter if it's travel or something else.
Yeah, I mean some people are there, I'm sure, for like a certain type of videos, but yeah, for the most part I don't feel like restricted to one type of thing. So it is kind of nice to feel like I can kind of switch it up.
Yeah.
But
earlier we were talking about like how you grew up and like how that has shaped how you like see success. And we both grew up a little bit different, where my parents were like, if you want to quit. Like you don't have to do sports, you don't have to do this. Whereas your parents were really strict, right?
No, they weren't. No.
Okay, so how was that?
Well, what were you saying earlier?
I was saying that obviously there's different ways like to become successful, but I feel like...
Oh, you feel like my family like shaped it.
I feel like your family shaped it based on how they like...
I mean, I feel like,
you.
yes.
Yeah. Because your whole family is really successful. Your sisters are too. They're really smart. Like there had to be something that your parents did that like kept you guys...
I mean, I think I was too young.
Up, I guess.
I feel like I was too young to really notice. I don't know. I just feel like they put us in a lot of different things from a young age, and they really, I don't know, they supported us in whatever we did. I think about that too. I feel like my parents don't even know how my sisters are doing more academic things than me, but like one's going to be a pharmacist and one's finishing law school. But my parents didn't like push us towards that. Like they weren't like
you have to stick to whatever you pick.
No.
So you were allowed to quit things.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the thing. Like that doesn't really help the point. No,
it doesn't. I was just wondering because I feel like everyone grew up different, and like
when my parents were always very hardworking, so maybe that's it. Like I feel like they went above and beyond in everything they did, and like
so it was more of an example. You saw
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
So that does cater to my point.
Yeah.
It's like
I thought you meant my parents like held me at or like
to a higher standard, or like
parents that like screamed at you if you didn't
no.
Like no.
I was just saying there had to be something that like because you.
Yeah, no, I think that's probably what it was. Like my parents are, I feel like
you followed their example.
Like I had good people to look up to, and they were supportive and whatever.
See, this is my question now. Do you think people are like born with that inside of them, that they're going to be successful because maybe their parents were, or they were born a certain way, or like do you think you can grow into it and like learn from other people? Like
I don't think you're,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think you're stuck with your upbringing.
No, I know, but I'm wondering like where does it come from? Like because some people are successful, some people aren't.
I think some people are just more, motivated than others, I guess.
Yeah, do you think that's like environment? Do you think it's just inside of them? What do you think it is? Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's mostly environment probably, but like I don't think that would mean like it has to be your home environment.
No, I know. Just
maybe
a question.
You have a teacher that's supportive. Maybe you have a friend.
Okay.
You know?
Who are some of like the people that inspired you in your life or do right now?
I think, are we talking about like YouTube stuff?
Anything, like just in general.
Well, I feel like, I mean, and I feel like I've just always been surrounded by very like-minded people, probably more than anything. So like, going all the way back to like high school or college, like ironically, because it's irrelevant to my life now, but like I was really good at school, like was good at like math and science stuff, like whatever, I don't know.
It's not relevant now.
Well, I don't know. I always thought like just because I like made really good grades and whatever that I was going to like go into the medical field or something. Just, I don't know.
You're a businesswoman, okay?
I know, but like that wasn't like shown to me as like a valid option at the time. Like I thought, I don't know. But like going all the way back to school, everyone I was friends with was like focused on school all the time and like very hardworking and like had all these like internships going for them and just like all these extracurriculars and things like that like to me it wasn't like not. I don't know. I feel like everything I've done forever, even like doing YouTube now and stuff, like it's just been like the same as my environment. You know what I mean? So it'd almost be like if I weren't working or weren't trying or like we're just like sitting at home watching TV all the time, it'd be like I would be the odd one out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like you wouldn't be keeping up with your surroundings.
Yeah, but not in like a comparison way. I just feel like it's been like just normal.
Yeah.
You know?
But who's been your inspiration through it all? Like, has there been people that like helped push you through like hard times or like?
I feel like, I guess thinking about like the past couple years in YouTube, my roommate Adrienne, you know Adrienne?
Yeah.
One of my best friends, Adrienne, hello. Yeah, I lived with her for a little over 3 years. She does YouTube. We both kind of like, I met her back when I was interning here for a summer. So it was like when I was trying to decide if I was it was before my senior year. So I had this internship. I was like juggling that and also doing YouTube when it was like making a little bit of money, but like not really at all, like whatever, is much smaller. And her channel was starting to grow at the same time. And so I was like going through this, like, do I go back to school and like really, instead of focusing on school, like put all my like attention or time into making YouTube videos and trying to grow that so that when I graduate, I can like just hopefully do that as like my job? Or do I like keep focusing on school and like building my resume and this and that with like other extracurriculars during the year and like try to get a job when I graduate and whatever. And so Adrienne and I were really close through that, and both of our channels were like growing a lot, and I feel like we helped each other a lot with just like ideas and like trying to decide like, I don't know, just what to do at that time. And then like when I was living with her and I was doing YouTube as my full-time job, I feel like
did you both kind of get to that point at the same time?
Yeah.
Oh,
and good. I feel like, I mean, so often for like those years, you know, you get burnt out and whatever, or like you don't have ideas, or like some of my best video ideas have actually come from Adrienne. Like when I don't know, she's very creative, and I feel like both of us could come up with, sometimes it's easier to like have ideas for someone else more than it is for yourself.
Brainstorm together.
Yeah. And she was just the person I went to for like business advice, creative ideas, things like that. So
success can definitely come when you like work together with other people.
Yeah.
And some of my best videos have come from you.
Really?
Yeah. Like, what was it? The day in the life of a OnlyFans creator?
Oh yeah.
That was your idea. I feel like it's easy. Great.
I feel like I come up with ideas for you because, like, I wouldn't do that. It's not my shit, you know?
I mean, if you did, I'd be shocked. But
yeah, so I'm like, I think of ideas that would, like, not do well on my channel that I'm like, oh, that would do well on someone else's.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like other people, it's the same way. Like, I get a lot of my good ideas from other people.
That's good.
So.
And it's good you also, like, lived with her at the time when you both were, like, at the same time, like, level, I guess.
Yeah.
Is there anybody outside of like the YouTube world that inspires you in maybe a different way?
I've never really had like, I don't know, public figures that I like look up to.
Well, it could be like,
but like my
family member.
Yeah, well, I mean, going back to like my parents, I feel like my parents are a big inspiration in different ways, and like another like one reason that like I do want, I mean, I guess this has to do with like money and whatever, which like is a factor of success, I suppose, but like looking at like my dad, who's like had this good career like his whole life and like makes good money and whatever, I think something that I've seen him model like my whole life that I always want to model, and like it's a motivator to want to be successful, is generosity, and like seeing throughout my life how much he's like behind the scenes like secretly like done things for like people we know, and just like things like that I think are really special and important, is something that I want to be able to do. And like that comes with like having more money and like things like that, I don't know.
Like
so
that's like a motivating factor. It's like helping other people too.
But I think my parents are big inspirations for sure.
They're both very amazing people.
Have you met them?
No, but I've heard great things from you. I don't think I've met them on FaceTime or anything. No, but so. I've heard good things from you. And your dad's helped me in like a secondary way.
My dad doesn't even know he helped you. Yeah. My dad's also my accountant. And
and then so she gives me the advice.
Make Alanah some more money.
Thank you, Morgan Yates.
I'm just kidding.
I know, sorry. So how would you like, so you said in the beginning that success was based on these numbers, and now it's more on happiness. And what do you think like your next steps are? Like, because obviously you're gonna get to a point where, okay, like what you're doing every day is it's gonna feel like, okay, I need something new. So like, what are your next steps in life, and like, what do you want to be successful at, like in the long run?
I feel like it's hard to say, and I don't even really know. Like, I've never been a 5-year plan person, like dating back, because I just feel like it's good to have goals, and I have goals, but I've never like paved out my, like what I see myself doing or what I want to do. Like, I don't.
In the long run, like too far ahead.
Because I feel like that can sometimes like restrict you, or like, I don't know, determine the things you're doing. You know what I mean?
I don't know
what you mean. But for me right now, I feel like the things I feel like creatively fulfilled by, I feel like change. And so for a while, and actually, well, when I was doing travel stuff, but then on into like quarantine and everything like that, I feel like I had a lot of really creative, like at-home video ideas, and like my main channel was doing really well, and like I just had all these video ideas. And throughout time, I just feel like I'm really lacking in ideas on that channel, you know what I mean? And so like earlier in the year, so I have my main YouTube channel, and I have a vlog channel where I do like day in my life stuff. And so for like months at the beginning of this year, I didn't post on my vlog channel at all, because I was just like not feeling the vlogs. But now I feel like it's kind of switched a little, where like now I feel more excited about like vlogging, but not so much my main channel. But also for the like actually where I feel like the most creatively inspired, or like where I'm having the most fun and what I'm enjoying the most right now is like TikTok, which like
you're welcome.
I know.
She's like, no, I'm never doing TikTok. I'm like,
I didn't have the ideas. I didn't get it for a while, but then you just get sucked in. And then, I don't know, I feel like right now making TikToks of like just, because I don't overthink it. Like, I don't know, I don't really care how it performs. Like, I don't have much at stake on TikTok. And so I like, just like coming up with random things on TikTok, or like filming things I'm doing and like making it into like cute little pleasing TikToks to watch. Like, I don't know, I feel like TikTok is a fun thing for me right now. And I feel like going forward, like, what I enjoy the most is just going to continue to change, and like,
but it'll always be something creative, do you think?
I think so. Like, even another thing, and this isn't work related, this doesn't make me money, but like something over the past year too, I feel like, because I feel like with YouTube, I haven't felt necessarily like super excited about like, you know, like ideas are low, like I said. So, which like happens, that comes and goes. But I feel like one thing over the past year I've really enjoyed is like hosting stuff, like parties, and like I put so much into like every detail of everything, and that is like a big creative outlet for me. Even though that's not like work, and that's not making me money or anything, but like that, I feel like over the past year has been something that has made me really happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you think it started with the quarantine stuff? Like when you started doing the little quarantine like events?
Yeah. Maybe so. I feel like dating back to, forever, I feel like I've always liked being the host that has friends over for like little themed like Valentine's.
And you're really good at it. Maybe you should be like a little event planner, like on the side.
Comment on stuff, but I feel like that would just ruin it for me. Like,
then it wouldn't be fun.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe life after YouTube will go into event planning.
And now that you're talking about it, I feel like, do you think the reason why you're more into vlogs now is because you can go out and do things, and the reason why your channel, like your main channel, was doing so good during quarantine was because you had to think like creatively, like inside, whereas like
and I think too, like because it's not like it's new that I don't have main channel ideas at the moment. Like, I mean, it's been 11 years. Like, I go through times of like months of having all these ideas and like things doing really well. I mean, sometimes you post a video that took like no thought and it does really well. Sometimes you put so much into a video and it does terribly, and then like going through like months of not having ideas. But I think like kind of like being at home and like having that like switch up and like having to come up with ideas at home almost was, I mean, it was terrible. Don't get me wrong, being stuck at home. But I feel like that was like a creative spark of like, it was something different, you know? Like it was like, these are like my new constraints. What can I come up with at home? Like I would do these like, whatever. I would recreate with my roommate these like international travel destinations at home and like pretend we were traveling. Like I did through a whole fake Coachella at home for like literally me and my roommate.
Yeah.
And I did these like
I
photo
went to the
shoot
emo
idea.
night.
You did come to the emo night. That was fun. That was a good one. Or like I did these like at home photo shoot videos trying to make pics look like they weren't taken at home. I feel like that was like a new thing that like made it really exciting to like try to come up with ideas for, you know? Mm-hmm. But yeah,
So how do you get through
probably
like?
Weren't fun because there's something to do. Maybe that's why the videos were doing well in the first place is because no one had anything. To
no
do.
one had any. Yeah.
Maybe they weren't even good ideas. There was just nothing for anyone to watch.
They were good. But you said you go through these like up and down because you've been doing it for so long. Like, how do you get through the down? How do you like come back up from that?
What a good question, Alanah. How do you come back from the down?
I feel like I'm always down. Like, what do you mean? I'm just kidding.
Whatever.
I feel like I come to like you when I'm down, or like other creative people. That's what I do. What do you?
Yeah, I mean,
I try to
similar.
like.
Yeah, I feel like I consume a lot more content, or like watch people's. Like, I try to like seek out that inspiration or like new ideas and like see what other people are doing. Because I mean, maybe I think it's just as I've gotten busier throughout time. Like I don't really watch that much YouTube anymore, and I feel like sometimes when I'm not really keeping up with what other people are doing.
Is that a lie?
What?
You watch YouTube?
No, I don't.
You don't?
I watch like a couple people every now and then.
You watch mine?
I watch some of yours. Do you watch mine?
Yeah.
I think I just spit.
It's okay.
But maybe that's it. I've noticed when I'm not like keeping up with other people. Really,
you don't have any ideas?
That like I run low. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that would make sense. I'm realizing that right now.
So
then you're not like pouring in.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because I do feel like I get ideas like flowing when I see other like cool ideas.
Yeah. So I think if I'm running low, I
do a binge watch.
Yeah, I just try to find some inspiration, or yeah. I feel like in general there are enough things going on, platforms and whatnot, that like usually I'm enjoying at least one.
So you've been enjoying TikTok more?
Yeah, TikTok's been fun.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So when you run low on ideas, you look for ideas in other places, like
yeah.
And most of the time it's like YouTube, or do you ever find ideas outside of like social media? You ever? The museum? No. Nothing.
Do you go to the museum?
I don't, but I'm just throwing things out there. The movies. I saw you went to the movies recently.
I did recently go to the movies.
What did you watch?
I couldn't tell you the name of it. I just wanted the experience
of going to the movie theater.
Yeah. I didn't know.
Okay.
It was like it was like a dragon. What's the movie that's out? It's like a...
I don't
know. I'm going to
have
to show you the trailer later.
Okay.
It actually was a good movie, but I don't remember the name. It was a really long name. But... Oh, what was the question?
I don't remember, but I have another question.
Okay, yeah.
Have you ever felt like a failure?
Yes.
And why? And like, how do you like, I guess, how do you not make yourself feel like a failure when you're like in those times?
Well, I feel like obviously that comes from comparing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, I just try to pay less attention to like the numbers.
Yeah.
And like try not to compare like how many views I'm getting to like somebody else. Like, I don't know. I feel like for me, it just comes down to
comparing yourself,
or even comparing myself to myself of like if a video doesn't
what
do
you've
well
done
as it
before
did in the past. Yeah. Or yeah.
So you said you don't. For me, you said you don't look at that as much though anymore. So
I mean, you see it.
Yeah, but you're not like,
look at it. Like YouTube, don't show me views. Yeah, I don't try to pay. I mean, I feel like it carries less meaning than it used to.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't felt like a failure in a minute, so that's good. Maybe it's coming. But.
No, it's not coming.
Yeah, I don't know. When do you?
When do I feel like I failed? I guess, yeah, when I compare myself to other people, or numbers.
Yeah.
Because
I feel like that's really the main, like, I can't think of.
But that's so sad, because it can't be like you can't think of another
No,
time.
I mean, I can't think of, like, anything else that sparks it.
Yeah. I think it is mostly just comparing yourself.
Yeah.
But I've done a lot better. At one point, I deleted my Instagram completely. Yes. Yeah. And started fresh. Yeah. And then I decided I was never way better. Like, my Instagram just, like, thrived afterwards. But, which goes back to the numbers. But
yeah,
I stopped looking at it. And then it just, like, did a lot better. Okay, I was going to say something else, too, but I forgot. Now I have to look at this again. No.
Loud car passing through.
Yeah. Okay. Do you feel like you take risks to get to where you want to be successfully? And in which ways, if you do?
What would I do that's risky?
I don't know. Like, even like what I was telling you earlier this week, I felt like it was a big risk, me asking, like you to come on, or like the other guests to come on, because I don't have anything to offer you, really. Like, whatever. Like, whereas you guys are like offering a lot to be here, so I felt like it was a big risk.
Offering what?
Okay, well, you're my friend, but like the other guests, like, you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, things out of your
I don't have anything to give them, really.
Yeah.
So it was a risk for me asking. So I'm wondering if there's anything like that has helped you, like. Any risks that you've taken that's helped you?
Well, on that note, I feel like in the past, well, they were always my friends, though. I'm thinking about, like, doing collabs like, on YouTube with people that, of course, well, I feel like that used to help you a lot more than it does now. But I'm trying to think if I've ever...
It probably still
I feel
helps.
like I was always so conscious, like, way back when I was doing YouTube, a lot of the people I was friends with had, like, way more followers and things like that. So I would never be the one to, like, ask them. You know what I mean?
Oh, really?
It wasn't people I was, like, as close... Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I was always just like, I don't know, people I was friends with had like millions and millions, and I had like not even like, I don't know, like 50,000 at the time. And so I feel like I was super conscious of like not wanting anyone to feel like I was using them or anything. So in that way, I didn't like take the risk of asking people for things like that.
Well, is there anything else that you like took a risk? Like,
well,
like
I'm
you
trying to think.
I can tell you. Okay.
Oh, great.
Good thing I know your life. Okay. You took a risk even coming here to LA. Mm-hmm. A time where like it wasn't as like stable, was it? Like, with your career?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Good point.
So go off that.
Okay. Well, when I graduated, I ended up not applying to any jobs. I just moved to LA. And was doing YouTube full time, and I had like a manager at the time. And she was great, whatever. But I feel like I was so like stressed during that time. Kind of like things didn't feel certain. I felt like at any moment I could just like be moving back to North Carolina, like not paying the bills. I don't know. And so like at one point, I remember my manager actually dropped me after like, it was like within the first year.
Your manager dropped you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get it. She's managed, like she's balancing like however many people, like Ashley Tisdale was one of her people. She had very, like important people, you know, her time was going to, and she like called me and whatever. It was like,
did the manager reach out to you initially?
Or someone I'd known for years and like still do. Like, it wasn't like bad terms at all.
Yeah.
But like I was basically not making like the amount that like they wanted people, but at the same time, I felt like a lot of things were like falling through the cracks of like, because you have to send everything to them for them to like negotiate out for you and whatever. And so I feel like I could have been making more, but like I was kind of at the mercy of whatever she was like having the time to do.
Yeah.
And so she ended up dropping me. I had like a full meltdown, was like, I'm like, my mind went straight to the worst of like, which is just something I'm bad at. I feel like I always like jump to the worst conclusion possible.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to have to move back. Like this is over for me, like whatever. And so I feel like I took a risk with like actually being my own manager after that. I didn't seek out like, I mean, I had some people, I talked to a couple people, but I was like, I just feel like I feel like I really enjoyed like the business side of YouTube and still do sometimes more. That's another thing. Sometimes when I'm not like creatively loving the ideas, I like enjoy the business side and like the negotiation side and everything like that.
You're really good at it too.
I just think it's so fun.
Yeah.
It's like a challenge. Like, how much can I get this for? You know what I mean? Not because I care that much, because I'm like, it's just a fun challenge. No, but you like the
business. That's what I was saying. You're a businesswoman.
Maybe I'd be a manager or event planner should this all end. But No, so I feel like I took a risk with like, okay, I'm just going to be my own manager and like see how this goes. And then I ended up making so much more money. And here we are. So I think that's a risk.
Yeah.
You know?
It is a huge risk. It is. I think moving out here, like, and just even if you had like a stable job or anything, just moving across this country, that's a big risk. And away from your family and like everything you've known.
Yeah, that's
How old were you said?
I was out of college. I was like 22.
Okay.
Not a baby.
No, not a baby.
But like little. You know? So, yeah.
So you said you don't have any like too far ahead plans. Like you don't try to think like 10 years plus. But do you have any like close plans that you're excited about that?
Well, here's what's hard is like, since if you don't want to like focus so much on the numbers, because every year and like this year again, I set like subscriber goals that I never hit. Subscribers, they also don't matter. It's like views that matter, you know?
Yeah, the
but
views
like
matter.
whatever. I like start the year, I set like subscriber goals, like ideally how many like Instagram followers. It sounds like so shallow to talk about.
No, but it's real.
No, I know. It's like, I know. But like setting these growth goals and whatever, and like an income goal and like different things, like whatever. I used to like set a goal of like how many countries I wanted to travel to and things like that. But
and now
so I like set those goals, but I feel like it's hard, like, and I have those goals going forward, but it's like, again, I feel like those sometimes are so like out of your hands that I try not to put too much weight in them. You know, like I think about those things and I like work hard like towards those things, but ultimately if they don't get reached, it's like not the end of the world. You know what I mean? But like a bigger picture goal that I feel like is more within my control, I guess, is like, and this is not related to work, it's more like just life, but like wanting to own a house and like working hard to like, goal. I know, and like make money, and like every week I put a certain amount of money aside to like my house savings, and like having my plan, like I've calculated out like at what point I'll have this much to like be able to do it, you know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like that at this point is like my big like long-term goal I'm like looking towards is getting a house. I feel like that's my next life milestone.
That's great. That's a good goal.
Yeah.
That's one of my goals too. Ugh, it's so frustrating though.
I could just move to North Carolina and
I know.
have a good old spot.
But in LA,
I would never know. Yeah.
What area would you want to live in?
Here?
Yeah.
If I owned a house?
Yeah.
Like the Valley.
Okay.
You ain't buying a house in the city.
Well, you never know. I don't know what you're making.
Rich. You want to donate to the fund? Like, no, it'd have to be the Valley.
Yeah. Well, there's other like areas. Like,
well, I'm not familiar with the other areas.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to branch out, go on a tour.
You just moved to the Valley, right? Is it the Valley or is that not the Valley?
That's the Valley.
Okay. So you'll see if you like it there.
Yep. Valley girl.
You already have the accent. You're ready.
Lord.
Okay. I have a good question. You said it took like a while to make YouTube your income and like an actual serious job. So, well, what was the question? I just had it. Oh, okay. Got it. Does practice make perfect? Like, was there a point where like you had practiced enough that it became the job, or was it you were always good at it and then like a certain video popped off, or like what was it that kind of like
not always
made
good
it work?
At it.
No.
Everything was self-taught back in the day. I was editing on like Windows Movie Maker, like shooting on a horrible camera. Like the aspect ratio was like 4:3. Like,
so do you think it was practice? Like all that practice?
Yeah, but it was evolving at like, I feel like people getting into YouTube and stuff now is so much harder than it was like way back.
It wasn't as saturated.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't even like a job. Like you couldn't even make money from it.
No,
Like maybe AdSense, like I don't know. It wasn't like it is now. And so I feel like my, I guess, skills and what I knew and like my strategy and like things like that, I don't know. I feel like just evolved with time and like kind of grew at a rate like consistent with like the growth of the platform. You know what I mean? Like with its popularity. I feel like it just all happened like
seamlessly.
Naturally. I don't know.
Like it was slowly like so I guess, getting like, better with
or just platform. Consistency. Like I feel
consistency.
Like if I were starting YouTube today and like created a channel, I don't know if I could get that thing off the ground. You know what I mean?
Yes, you could.
But like you don't. But it's not. There's so many people who make incredible videos and they have like no subscribers and like it'll never. You know what I mean? Like.
So what is it then? Because some people do pop off like right now. Some people make a channel and it's like.
Do. And I'll
like the van girl.
Who?
The what?
What?
The van girl.
What van girl?
She lived in a van and she popped off like millions within like a few months.
Oh, well, because that's so unique. Like, yeah, I think it's possible, of course. But, like, I think that for me, it was just, like, that consistent, slow growth over time that, like, brought me to, like, where I am now. I think it was just, like, the luck of getting in early.
And
like,
were you always consistent?
Interestingly, so this is another note about consistency and what I should have done.
Oh, okay.
I was consistent in high school for, like, a couple years when I started. I went to college. YouTube wasn't, like, making me that much money. You know, it's just, like, the little hobby. It wasn't, like, a job for anyone. And so I was, like, focusing on college. Here and there. Yeah, like a $200 a month. Like, I don't know. Yeah. That was, like, split between me and, like, another girl on my channel. Like, whatever.
Wait, there was another girl on your channel?
Two other.
What? Wait, what?
In high school. Oh, it's a long story.
Okay, come back to that. I would love to hear about it.
I want to hear. It was like me and a couple friends started the channel.
Oh, your channel?
Yeah. I started it. Brought these other two girls on. It was like the three of us made videos for 2 years in high school. And then went to 3 different colleges. So then it was just like mine again. Then it was you. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Oh, well, thanks. No. But no, it didn't make a lot of money back then. But wait, what were we saying?
Sorry.
You derailed me.
I'm sorry. What were you saying?
We were saying, I don't remember. Making money?
No. Okay, I'll go back to the other question. Practice makes perfect. That was my bullet point. I don't know.
I think I was just saying it. Oh, what I should have done. So I went to college, and then I wasn't really posting because I was in college and, like, whatever, that was where I was focusing my time. But all my friends I was friends with from way back that kept posting over those years, that was, like, the YouTube, like, bubble. Like, when everything, like, that's when all my friends popped off to, like, millions of subscribers. And that could have been me. But
so you feel like college stopped you from, like,
I mean, to be honest, yeah. But at the same time, no, I'm glad I'm the person I am. Like, I wouldn't change it. But, like, yeah, like, every single person I was friends with from back then that, like, kept
Are all
posting,
those people still doing it?
Yeah. Oh. And they're rich.
Oh, okay, great.
But, no. So, yeah, I ended up being consistent again starting, like, my senior year of high school. Mm-hmm. So then, from then on, I've posted pretty consistently for 5 years now. Yeah.
Whoa.
So I think it's just the consistency.
But you've been doing it 11 years, so 6 years of it was just, like, the fun stuff.
Well, 2 years was at the beginning, wasn't it? So it was the 4 years of college, or 3. I don't know.
Okay.
Math.
Okay. Do you celebrate little victories?
Oh.
Like, do you feel like that helps you, like, keep pushing for more if you celebrate little victories, or do you just kind of let them be?
Let them,
And what are some things that you feel like you're really proud of in the last 11 years?
11 years. Well, I think, like, every subscriber milestone
You've celebrated?
Exciting. Well, the last one I hit was, like, 300,000. I'm at, like, a roll for YouTube. Mm-hmm. Like, did I? Yeah, I celebrate. I got, like, little balloons. Like, yeah, so I celebrated. Okay. I don't know. But I feel like, I don't know.
Do you like celebrating those things? I mean,
I don't think about it.
I don't think about it, but I feel like maybe it would, like, okay, here's something. When I do something that I'm really proud of, I'll be like, oh, I'm going to go get my nails done. Like, I like to celebrate, like, little things. You know what I mean?
I think I reward myself in general a little too much. So I don't think I think about it like that. I don't think I need to think about it like that.
No?
No. I'm like...
So that doesn't motivate you?
I do, like, a small task, and I'm, like, ready for...
I know.
A coffee.
No, same.
Treat, you know? No.
Like, I deserve an ice cream today.
No, I feel like... Yeah. I don't know.
So you don't celebrate any little victories. Okay. You don't celebrate little victories, but do you feel like you can succeed or you will succeed if you love something? Like, do you think that can kind of decide, like, if you don't love something, you're not going to succeed. If you do love something, you're going to succeed, like, doing what you love? Or do you think that's not how it works?
I don't think that's how it works across the board.
No.
But I think if you love something, then you're going to have, like, that drive to keep going. If you're enjoying what you're doing, it's not going to feel as much like work, you know? Like,
do you love what you do?
I do. I do love what I do.
What are your favorite parts?
I really like the business side of it, like I said. I like editing like pretty video. Like that's, I don't know how to describe it. Like that's a reason like I loved like travel videos so much, because I had all this like really pretty footage, like getting to like, I don't know, just getting more invested in like the editing of something versus just like a sit down like video. Like those are fine, you know. It's not like thrilling to me to like edit a clothing haul. But I feel like certain videos that are like just more complex, I really have fun editing. I love getting to partner with like brands that I love and like buy on my own. Like that's always really exciting. I feel like that is something I celebrate actually. When I'll get like a really exciting or like really big like brand deal, I'll like take my friends out to dinner or So yeah, I do celebrate things like that. But I mean, I enjoy all of it. Like despite going through, I mean, no one enjoys what they're doing like constantly, or like certain aspects of it, you know? Yeah. Or just in terms of like inspiration or whatever, burnout. But no, I love doing YouTube. I like, if I couldn't do it, I would be like devastated. You know? Yeah. I don't want to do anything else. I think it's so fun. I mean, I would figure it out. There's other stuff I would enjoy or come to love, I'm sure.
When did you you knew you wanted to do YouTube as a job? Did you know it like before it was a job?
No. Well, it was just something I liked. But then I would say it was the summer. I was like out in LA for an internship, and like I was reconnecting with all my like YouTube friends from like years ago and whatever. And like seeing how successful all of them were and just like what their lives were like and like the flexibility they had. Like that was something that I wanted for myself. And so I feel like that's what motivated me to like go back to my senior year and like focus more on YouTube. My grades were horrible.
Really?
Yeah. I was like such a good student like for all of college. And then like, I'm pretty sure I made a C, like the first C of my life, like in my last semester.
Were you devastated, or were you like, I'm doing YouTube?
No, I didn't care. Yeah. But, and that was almost like freeing for the first time to like not care about school if I got it in right in time. So, no, but yeah, that was I
could not see that being freeing for you, because you are kind of like
high strung.
Yeah. In the best way, but.
Yeah. No, my priorities were different. I was so excited about like YouTube doing well and whatever, and like being able to see that as like a possibility for like actually being able to do that as a job when I graduated. So yeah, I feel like it was that summer of like seeing other, like at that point, like I was in North Carolina, like doing college, you know what I mean? I feel like I wasn't that aware of like other people actually getting to do social media is like a job. And so
you don't see it as much there.
Yeah, at all at the time. And so, yeah, being out here and, like, seeing my friends just killing it, I was like, I want to do that. And so, yeah.
Cool. Okay. I think that's all of my questions. But I did want to show you what I got you, even though it's not here. Alanah has been talking
about this present. I don't know why she got me.
Because I wanted to say thank you for coming on the podcast.
For what?
Because it was nice of you to do such a thing.
Okay.
So I got you a necklace. Aww. It's gold, because I know you like gold.
Yes.
And on one side it says your name. On the other side it says Thrive.
Aww.
So that's what it looks like.
Oh, an Etsy purchase?
Yes. That's why it's not here, because you know Etsy.
Yeah, we know Etsy. There is no fashioning there. You gotta hold out for weeks to months. Just kidding.
I feel like it's your style.
That's so cute. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Aw, how nice.
Thank you for being on the podcast.
Of course.
I'm glad I got a look into your career and how you like see success. I think you're very successful, which is why I wanted to have you on.
Thank you so much.
And you're one of my inspirations.
Aw, you're one of my inspirations. I feel like you bring me ideas too. You
know? I don't know how, but sure.
No, I feel like we talk about like...
We do brainstorm. Yeah. I feel like I helped you with like some merch ideas, and like where are those?
Where are they?
I'm like waiting.
You know, caught up in the factory. The factory of ideas that's still just an idea.
That's right.
Yeah. No, Alanah did. She helped me come up. Well, that was travel related.
I know, but like, let's get to it.
Yeah, I guess.
Let's, you know, people are starting to travel again.
Yeah. Well.
I know you'll be traveling during my Halloween party, so
I'm never gonna let it go. All right.
All right. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
What's up? It's your girl Alanah. Thank you for watching this episode of THRIVECAST. Be sure to hit the red subscribe button and the bell notifications, and I'll see you over on Instagram at THRIVECAST Podcast.